who is the biggest failed potential, like failed wonder kid? Who did not reach their potential? Who's your guy? Chris, you start.
Okay, so mine is Mario Balotelli.
Balotelli, eh? Mr.
Yeah. Why always me?
Wow, what a talent, man.
He's just someone that could have been something, you know?
Who'd you say, sorry?
Balotelli.
Balotelli? He could have been
Balotelli.
something. He's like, I think he was the first African Italian, which is kind of like hard to do, especially in Italy because of the racism.
The first
No, I'm saying like on the national.
That is in the history books, eh?
I'm on the national team. Okay, anyway, you guys don't understand English. I'm saying that's hard for him.
No, it's true though.
Because in Italy, it's very racist. They're very racist over there.
Yeah.
And it's hard, and just at that point, so that had maybe something to do with it. Then training didn't take it serious.
Exactly.
I think at one point he got into a lot of shit because he started smoking on the train before. I think it was against Fiorentina game back in his
You're an idiot if you do that.
back in the day. He didn't really listen to the managers. Prandelli, Mancini got into a fight with.
Yeah.
Mourinho,
fights.
Mourinho told him, "You already have a yellow card. Do not get a red card. Do not go into any challenges." You got a red card in 5 minutes into the second half.
Man, when you're throwing fireworks inside a hole,
Yeah, fireworks.
Yeah,
just,
like that's when
he
you know it's
created
done.
chaos.
Yeah, bro, I got crazy.
dude, Balo won Golden Boy, man.
And then what he did it against Germany in the
Disgusting,
Euros.
yeah.
Like,
In the Euros, that goal is disgusting.
I
Like
was
what he
in
did-
school during that game, man.
he has so much
Quality,
talent. He just
quality.
let it go to waste.
Yeah, I know.
Then he got kicked out of Brescia because he did Brescia. He got kicked out of, and now he's in the Serie B.
Why do you get kicked out of Brescia? Because of his
Monza.
attitude still?
Attitude, and I don't know if they want to pay him for no reason. They're like, why do we have this guy in the books?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
Also, he had bits of pundits that he just didn't get along with, which also brought his thing down.
Yeah.
He got suspended a countless amount of games because of stupidity. He just threw his career in
Just
the
a bad
gutter.
attitude.
Bad attitude.
Talent, no
Doesn't get you anywhere.
mentality.
Shouldn't be a footballer.
That just tells you, man. Like it's more of a mental game than a talent. Like you know what I mean? Like
He took
80%
privilege of what he
mental.
had.
yeah.
He was privileged. Yeah. He was
Right,
skillful,
who's
but
next?
I don't know.
Who wants to go next? Mine. I'll go next.
Go ahead.
Another Italian. You guys probably wouldn't guess it.
Look at Jay.
A youngster this time. You guys are not gonna think who I'm talking
Did
about.
he score his first
Oh,
goal?
Does he
JP.
look? Hold on. Does he look like someone on the podcast, low key?
No.
Then who is it?
Dave's taking JPs.
He's a
If
youngster
he is, if
who
he is,
scored
I
his
swear.
scored on
yeah.
his debut
Yeah,
and
let's
is,
Yeah,
say.
he did.
who?
Hakeem Astur?
No,
Oh.
he's a youngster
Oh,
who scored on
he
his
scored it.
debut, and he still holds the title for this club as the youngest player to score
Oh,
on
I
his
know it.
debut. Ready?
Mariano.
Federico Macheda. Macheda.
Oh, Macheda. Oh my god.
What a way to enter your debut on a
One
top
season
quality team and score a banger,
Yep.
and then just fall off completely.
Bro, I
Yeah.
remember people when I was in elementary school about this. Like
Everyone was
Macheda's
raving him.
Going to be the next best Italian striker.
Rating him. Everyone's gonna say he was better than Ronaldo. Like this guy's gonna be gross, and this guy just went down.
They were rating him better than Ronaldo at the time.
Everyone was, man. Even this guy had the hairstyle. He wanted to look like Ronaldo. But yeah, like they were saying like how just he wasn't doing well. He got injured a lot. His loan spells were not doing well for him as well. Like the teams he wasn't performing. He got injured a lot. Wasn't playing in much games. Now he's in I think Panathinaikos.
Is he actually still playing?
He's still playing.
I don't think
he
he's-
still play?
I
I don't
think so.
he's
He's
there anymore.
he's in Greece. He's 29 years old now. So,
Damn.
but even he says himself because he when Man U wanted to loan him out to another Premier League team or English side, he said no. He wants to go back to Serie A. He wants to go back to the
Jeez,
Serie A league. And he said
should've.
he said himself recently, or whenever he got the interview, saying that was the biggest mistake of his life. That he went back to the Serie A. He should have stayed in the Premier League or any English club on loan because
Yeah, he should have went to another Prem team.
because having the quality or having the what's the word
experience.
Experience.
Of having,
That's
like,
the word. Experience of having the playing in the English league that. It's two different types of football, like Serie A and in the Premier League. The Premier League is more tough. It's more like heavy, like
Pace and power in the Premier League.
exactly. So like for him going to Serie A was probably
Serie A is not good for strikers back. Well, when he went to Serie A, it was extremely defensive league.
exactly right. So like you can't even do much there. And then the next thing you know, he's injured as well. He's not playing much games. So just everything in general just went downhill since the first game. Failed talent, man.
His
shot.
market value at Panathinaikos is 1.65 million.
Wow.
Shall I go next?
I'll go next.
Sure.
I'll go next.
No, I'll go next.
I'll go next.
Oh, good next.
No,
Oh,
mine
no.
works next. So let me go.
Mine works
Mine
next.
happens to be another Italian.
Jeez, Italianos. What are these failed Italians?
One of the most naturally gifted Italian footballers ever. Because Italy's a country built on like defensive ability. So when a guy comes out and is just skillful and pure magic, like it's crazy. But Antonio Cassano, man.
Straight from Bari.
From the streets of Bari, born into poverty.
Man like Bari.
Came from nothing. Literally one of the most naturally gifted Italians, probably up there with Baggio on pure technical natural ability. Just every step of the way, fighting with coaches. By the time he was 25, slept with over 700 women. A young Wilt Chamberlain.
No. Stop.
And then he got to Real Madrid after a huge scrap with Totti and gained 14 kilos in 7 months straight off Nutella.
Bro, you know these Italians love their Nutella, man.
Nutella and pane, bro.
Cannavaro once said if he had his head, he would have 5 Ballon d'Ors.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was a talent.
Barely scored any goals at Real Madrid. He had Capello at Roma, and he had Capello again at Real Madrid. So it's like Capello followed him everywhere. Couldn't stop fighting with them, and
Jeez.
just so much talent gone to waste. Like straight off women, food.
I feel like he had a very, very similar route as Balotelli. Though they're very similar in that type of way.
Just no discipline
No
at
discipline.
all.
No
Exactly.
discipline, but very talented players.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of Italians, like it's the gifted Italians too, eh?
Yeah.
Why don't they have the mentality? They don't have the mentality of like these like defensive forces, like Baresi and like Maldini. Like they're like Cassano learned on the streets, like how to play football.
Exactly,
so, like,
right?
He just came from a different like level.
Yeah.
Well, you think they'd have more like more like not energy. What's the word? More
Passion?
Morale.
passion or like
I mean,
like fierce,
mentality.
like to do better, especially in the situation that they were, like to support their family and everything. But like
Some guys
I
are just they make a check and they're like, okay.
that's the thing. Like
They get that chip on their shoulder. Think about
exactly.
everybody else, you know?
Some people.
Cassano could just be a product of his environment. Like he he has a deadbeat dad. Like
Yeah.
he was raised in poverty, and he got out of the mud and he made it to the top, and nothing else it was needed to push him there, I guess.
Exactly. Like once you get the check, once you get the money, you get everything. Like you got
And
700
realistically,
women.
if you ask him, he's probably satisfied with how his career went.
Exactly. Yeah.
Realistically.
Oh, you're
I
right.
guess for some players, like when you're like that skillful or whatever, and like it comes that easy to you, like without even trying, like I guess there's like no motivation to increase,
No
like
incentive.
to get better, you know?
There's two different types of players. There's players who do that, who just want the bank, the check, and like go home and whatever, and they just live their life at the time. And
Well,
that
like-
sometimes leads to short spells of career and life in general. And then you get players like Ronaldo who literally want to become the best.
Want to be the best, like
Even
forever.
right now, he wants to become the best at
Exactly.
35. Like he wants to be the best player in the world at
That's
that time.
crazy.
Anyways, I'll go next.
Yeah.
So if we're talking
Okay,
about
so-
any one player who failed to fulfill their talent.
All right, what Brazilian
there's so
is
many
it?
names. There's so many Brazilians you can put out there.
What Brazilian is it?
You could say Robinho. You could say maybe Ronaldinho if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But
Oscar.
what I'm gonna say is
Pato.
this
Eyes
man
on.
signed a professional contract at 14 with Nike. He appeared in advertisements with Pelé. He was on David Letterman. The man no other than Freddie Adu, the young American lad. This guy
Oh,
was
yes.
14. 14 getting called the next Pelé. Take that in, man. How like
That's
promising as a
crazy.
kid you have to be to be called the next greatest player of all
And
time,
to do a commercial with
and to do a
14.
commercial with him to get the Pele seal of approval.
Who is this?
But nothing
Freddie
worked
Adu.
out for him. Freddie Adu.
Freddie Adu, yeah.
At 18, he went to Benfica. Even though like some bigger clubs, I think like United, whatever, they're looking to sign him earlier, but there were problems with like work visas and permits and stuff like that. So he ended up going to Benfica at 18 years old, and
Crazy.
apparently that didn't work out for him. He had some like failed loan moves to a bunch of other clubs. Ended up coming to the MLS, and now he's 30 years old,
playing men's league.
playing men's league football pretty
Men's
much.
league.
That's
The man who was
crazy, man.
once touted as the next Pele.
He plays
Failed
for
completely.
Australian FF.
That's crazy. Like
Oh, he plays in Sweden, dude.
That's crazy.
the fact
There
that
you go, man.
but like you had
30
such a
years
high
old.
potential.
Yeah,
What-
bro.
What did it
It's crazy.
what did it come down to? Like just
Dude, imagine being in like grade 8, grade 9, playing like MLS.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Crazy.
way too much pressure, man.
DC
a lot of
United.
pressure
14-year-old
too,
A
man.
14-year-old getting compared to
Yeah,
Pele.
it's a lot of pressure
No,
on
yeah.
Doing
him.
Yeah.
advertisements with him, bro.
That's
It's-
crazy.
it's
man.
a lot
I
of
was
pressure,
kissing him on
man.
the cheek, holding him up like a pedestal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets to your head too, man. Like
At that point, he could do no wrong, and he probably saw that he could do no wrong, and he didn't take football that serious
Yeah.
anymore.
No.
Yeah,
That's my
like,
opinion, though.
That's
That's true.
that's what separates the great players from the elite players, man.
exactly.
Mentality.
Mentality is the
Yeah.
biggest thing to become that extra like get to the extra step.
It's too much pressure, man, at that young age.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 14?
yeah, like there was this one Englishman, named Sonny Pike. This was years back. At 10 years old, he got signed by Ajax, and then now he's like, he has a day job, like a
Wow.
regular job. Like he
Wow.
said, like it put him into depression.
See?
Like there was too much pressure on him at a young age, and just fell off. Look him up after Sonny Pike.
I'll actually look
I
that
will.
up after.
I
Yeah.
will. I will.
All right,
But who's
JP.
next, though?
James.
We got 3 guys.
All right. So I'll take Hashim Astur.
My
okay.
store, dude.
I mean, like I don't think there's a bigger failure to be honest.
Man,
Because what?
we all knew this
Whoa.
guy when like we were in grade 4. Like that's how
In
long
grade-
we've known this guy.
There was
for.
so much hype around him. What? Signed
Dude,
to
in grade
Milan.
4, he was an SK.
I don't know. I'm just saying,
You were
like,
in grade 4.
you know what I'm
Bro,
saying.
he's
You know what I'm
only
saying though.
22.
Like you know what I'm
He's only
saying.
22.
Yeah, it was like been like
Yeah.
years, and now he's still only 22. That's crazy.
Yeah, go on, JP.
Yeah. Well, like where did he play now? Serie C.
CSC. Yeah.
But I think someone said he scored his first goal recently.
First,
Yeah.
first goal.
First,
He was supposed to
That's
be, he was supposed to
crazy.
be like one of the next biggest things, like the next generational talent or something, and now
Yeah.
he's playing
Well,
third
you,
division in Italy.
He had
Bro.
skill like Neymar.
you saw all the
This guy was
He's a
doing-
highlights.
freestyler. He's a
He was doing
freestyler. He's
Red
not a
Bull commercials with
footballer.
Neymar, man.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. See, there it is again. Like, pressure again.
My twin.
No, like you saw with all like the highlights on YouTube and stuff of him destroying everyone. Like,
Yeah,
Man.
youth sides.
he's coming up against youth players
and,
of
and
his
that's
level.
and that's another thing too. Like,
You put him against a 30-year-old player. Like, what are they gonna do, man?
yeah, and like some players like get boosted off of this. Like, yeah, you're still a good player. Like, let's say he's not a good player. He's still playing professional. But
Yeah, I
like
get it.
at a young age, he
He's-
was doing bits against these like I guess not a great players, but like still he was doing bits that showed off like he was good. And again, the pressure got to him. I guess like the discipline, maybe like I don't know.
Yeah. That's a good shout, though.
Really good
Very
show.
good shout.
Really good show.
Okay, I'll go next.
Another Italian, by the way, but yeah.
My guy's
Well,
name
Moroccan now.
Thiago Manuel Diaz Correa,
Who?
also known as Bebe.
Bebe,
Oh.
dude, that's huge. Too.
That's a
That's a
nice.
So-
name I forgot.
A lot of
That-
Manu
Just take
rejects
this in.
fails.
He was signed by Manchester United, a team that was managed by Sir Alex Ferguson. Okay.
This
I
guy's reading.
remember.
This guy's reading the bio.
Sir Alex Ferguson didn't even watch this guy play in person. He didn't watch anything. And someone came to him. He's like, "Dude, sign this guy. He's gonna be the next top talent. Get him, whatever." He's like, "Okay, we'll buy him.
Some guy.
What?
Some guy.
We'll buy him. Whatever." The guy who goes and finds
The
players.
scouter.
The scouter. Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Going on the local pitch?
He's like,
Yeah.
buy this player.
Yo, this guy's the next.
no, this guy.
It's called, hey, no, but hey, if you're a top manager and you have the top scouts,
Nah.
you're gonna trust your scouts, right? As much as you kind of want to watch the player play, if you trust them, you trust them, right?
Yeah.
So he
That
signs
got
the
fired
player.
after.
He goes on loan spells, goes back to Portugal. Benfica signed him a couple years later. Then he goes back to loan spells, and he goes to right back kind of. You know what I mean? Players like that, you can't. It's hard, right? You don't watch a player play, and then you come to the Manchester United team filled with like talent at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to even get some time to play. He gets loaned out, but then obviously during his loan outs, he doesn't really achieve much.
Didn't perform well as well.
So
Young talent
that's
as
why
well.
at that point he was getting loaned out to like Besiktas. Then he went to Rayo Ave in Portugal, another Portuguese team. Then Benfica bought him. Then he got loaned out to more Spanish league teams, and now he's playing for Rayo Vallecano. So
Players can't live up to the pressure. That scout definitely got fired afterwards.
Kind of like Quaresma.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good shout,
lastly
though.
but not least, James.
Yeah, bro.
James, what are you saying?
Dude, there's so
Yeah.
much with United, man.
Yeah.
You could say Anderson.
Anderson. Yeah.
Anderson.
It's a good show.
James.
You got James.
Yeah, so for my pick, I'm going to go with Mr. Bojan Krkic Perez, the man from Barcelona.
The next Messi, they said.
The next Messi, yeah, made his debut at 17 years and 19 days. And then he bounced all over the world, going from Barcelona to Rome to Milan,
Stoke.
to Ajax to Stoke to Mainz to Alaves, and now he finds himself in the cold streets of Quebec City, playing with Montreal Impact in the MLS.
Yeah.
Definitely not the next Messi.
Was he there when Henry was playing? Henry was playing when he was.
Yeah.
Now he's being managed by Henry. Eh? That's funny.
That's crazy, eh?
No, Henry's not there anymore, is he?
Yeah.
No.
He is?
coach.
Yeah.
He's still
yeah.
coach?
Yeah, Henry's the gaffer now, yeah.
Yeah. He's still a coach.
But like, think about it. Like Ansu Fati at his age now, like the same kind of age, right? Like Fati performed, right? Hopefully he can still perform the same level when he comes back from his injuries.
I hope so.
So
Yeah, and he doesn't end up in Montreal.
we'll see how that is. Let's see how and that's another thing, man. Like they have all this young talent, and Barca still having some trouble with this stuff. But
That's such a weird career.
we'll leave it till next episode.
He was all over the place, yeah.
He was everywhere.
His career should be in reverse.
Yeah.
exactly.
Kind of like Shaqiri.
Yeah, like Shakira, exactly.
I mean, Shaqiri's still whipping balls in nicely, so still doing
Shaqiri's
something.
still got talent.
But
Yes.
But yeah, those are good shouts. Everyone I think we said has definitely had some issues with their careers. So
Yeah.
For sure.
hopefully,
A lot of Italians, though.
a lot of Italians. So hopefully, all the wonder kids like Ansu Fati, Haaland, and all those players can
Zaniolo.
live up to the hype still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.